Out of the three fragrances, this is a hidden gem and nobody's talking about it. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Bella and this is Bella's Perfume Berries. If this is your first time stumbling on this channel, Perfume Berries is a series where we talk about perfumes, a sprinkle of beauty and lifestyle. So if this is the kind of content you like, please click that subscribe button and join the family. And if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. Thank you for tuning in once again. On today's episode, I'm going to be talking about the artisan perfumes from Fragrance World. Recently, Fragrance World has been coming out back to back with amazing releases. 4 to 5 years down the line, I never ever thought that Fragrance World would put in so much energy as much as they are putting in now. Like, you can see from their journey that they have evolved out of their usual dupe fragrances that they are used to making to create masterpiece fragrances. So on this episode, I'm going to be focusing on the artisan line, which they recently created, and they have three fragrances in this line: Hibiscus Magic, Brown Sugar, and Arabian Incense. I noticed that a lot of people are not really talking about this perfume, especially this Arabian Incense. So if you want to know my thoughts on these artisan perfumes from Fragrance World, then keep watching. So I'm going to be starting with the most popular one from the bunch, which is Hibiscus Magic. This is what the packaging of Hibiscus Magic looks like. I think all the fragrances in this collection come in similar packaging. The only difference is the name in front here changes. Guys, I love this packaging. It actually comes in a box, so it looks like a very quality packaging. So you have Artisan Perfumery written all round the box. Then you have the name in front here, Hibiscus Magic. At the back, you have Fragrance World logo and the ingredients. They also have the seal of Fragrance World to show you that it's an original. Up here, you have the Fragrance World logo. So this is an Oud de Parfum 80 ml 2.7 fluid ounce. When you open up the fragrance, the bottle sits beautifully inside there. I am so proud of Fragrance World. Fragrance World has stepped up their game and you can tell. Look at that bottle. Now let's come to this bottle, because this is what actually attracted me to getting this fragrance. Really stunning, really artistic, different from what we have seen before. And this cap kind of reminds me of that sponge we used to use when we were younger to scrub the back of our feet. I've always wanted to try this Hibiscus Magic because they said it's duping Hibiscus Mahajad from Mason Crivelli. I love that fragrance. It smells very similar to one of my favorite fruity fragrances, Angel Nova by Thierry Mugler. It's like an elevated, rich version of it. So what does Hibiscus Magic smell like? So the main accords of Hibiscus Magic are green, amber, vanilla, rose, aromatic, soft spicy, warm spicy, floral, fruity, and cinnamon. The fragrance is described as an oriental fragrance for men and women. Top notes of this fragrance are cassis and spearmint. Middle notes are rose and cinnamon. Base notes are vanilla, ambrette, amber, benzoin, leather, and cedarwood. When I sprayed this fragrance at first, it was love at first sniff. I'm not even surprised because I already was obsessed with this DNA, so I never expected anything less. But I didn't expect that Fragrance World would dupe that Hibiscus Magic to the T. I got a sample of Hibiscus Magic and I've been wanting to get a full bottle of it. Fragrance World came through with the dupe for me. So when you spray this fragrance at first, it opens with the note of cassis, this fruitiness that kind of reminds me of the fruitiness in Siamani by Giorgio Armani. I don't know why it's not listed, but I smell strawberries. I smell strawberries mixed with that cassis. You know, cassis is a fruity fragrance note that gives this sensuality. It's not like that playful, typical fruity fragrance that we are used to. This one adds like this sexiness to it, like a mature, juicy, fruity fragrance that is extremely sensual. And then this fragrance also has rose in it, which comes in to give it this femininity. Leather is listed in this fragrance, but the way the leather is blended into this fragrance, you can hardly tell it apart. It blends completely to add this richness and elevates the scent. And then my favorite part of this fragrance is that vanilla. Just imagine creaminess mixed with fruitiness. That's the combo you get in the dry down. So that vanilla comes in to add this creaminess to that fruity DNA. This fragrance is a very sexy, sensual, exotic, fruity fragrance that adds this elegant touch. Fragrance has medium projection with minimum of 6 hours longevity. It is quite long lasting compared to the usual fragrance world fragrances that I'm used to. So if you want to smell like a sexy, fruity queen that you are, get your hands on Hibiscus Magic Artisan Perfumery Fragrance World. Now, the next one is Brown Sugar Artisan's Perfumery from Fragrance World. Just like I mentioned, this is how all the fragrance boxes look like. Literally the same. The only difference is the change of name on the pack. And this one says Brown Sugar. So this is also an Oud Parfum 80 ml 2.72 fluid ounce. At the back, same thing. And when you open up the package, you see the bottle sitting beautifully inside there. So now this bottle, unlike the other one, comes in a gray cap. I love the color of the juice. It gives me this dark wine colored juice. I'm coming to explain my dent on this perfume because I know the last time I added this to my haul of new perfumes in my collection, I bashed. I bashed this fragrance, and I'm going to talk about that in a second. But this is what the bottle looks like. Now let's know what this fragrance smells like. And the main accords of Brown Sugar are wine, sweet, aromatic, woody, fresh spicy, patchouli, warm spicy, balsamic, green, and caramel. The fragrance is described as a floral fragrance for women and men. Top notes of this fragrance are red wine, davana, and raspberry. Middle notes are geranium, caramel, and rose, while the base notes are brown sugar, patchouli, and cedar wood. This is how it sprays out. I think I prefer this atomizer. When you spray this fragrance at first, it opens like red alcoholic wine. You know there are two types of red wine. For my wine lovers, if you're a wine lover, say hi. There's the sweet red wine and there's the alcoholic red wine. When you taste a red wine that is alcoholic, it gives you this kind of sour taste. It has that alcohol, that strong alcohol smell in it. That's exactly what this fragrance smells like. And to be honest, I'm not mad at it. When I got this fragrance at first, it had this awful chemical scent with a lot of musk. To me, this fragrance smells like grandma when I sprayed it at first. I now started spraying this fragrance on my curtains. It's not as bad. It still kind of gives me grandma smell, but like a sexy grandma. I prefer smelling this fragrance on my curtains, on my couch, on my bed, on my pillows. I don't really like to smell gourmand on my sheet. I want to smell gourmand. That would be on me, you get. But every other thing surrounding me, I feel like I need it to smell very natural, kind of. And I think this fragrance smells like that. To me, it gives me natural. So it opens with that alcoholic red wine, and then it settles into this muskiness. I think the reason why I was mad at this fragrance was because it's named brown sugar. This fragrance is named brown sugar, but don't expect sugar in it. Don't expect brown sugar in it. To me, I feel like this fragrance would have been named either sand wine or red sand wine because that's what it's giving me. This fragrance is like a mix of red wine with a lot of patchouli because it has patchouli in it. All those notes listed in it, caramel, sugar, scrap that. The only thing that I get in my nose is red wine. You now start to get the geranium. The geranium in this fragrance comes in to add this alcohol and aromatic green notes to it. Then that rose comes in to give it this powderiness. So this one is like a very mature powdery rose as opposed to like a feminine girly rose. Finally, it settles with a strong heavy dose of patchouli that gives it this muskiness and almost earthiness. Still not a favorite of mine, but to me, it's not as bad as it was when I sprayed it at first, and it's giving me sexy grandma. So if you feel like that is not your vibe, then don't bother giving this fragrance a try, because I think that you have to be open to fragrances to see beyond what this fragrance is giving. It's not really giving that much, but I feel like not bad. I have more dents in this than the Hibiscus Magic because I have been spraying a lot on my sheets. I love when my sheets smell natural, clean. So I love when my sheets give me clean, fresh, and natural. And this gives me that. I don't see myself wearing this fragrance on me, to be honest. but it serves that purpose. This fragrance to me actually is very long lasting, like surprisingly long lasting. Medium projection with minimum of 8 hours longevity. If you love the idea of a red wine scent with a lot of patchouli, you will love Brown Sugar Artisan Perfumery from Fragrance World. Don't expect this fragrance to be a sweet fragrance because it is not. Now, the last one, which I added last minute. I did not expect to get this fragrance, but I'm like, I'm doing the Artisan Perfumery line. Why don't I just do everything under this line instead of just doing two? I wanted to do just Brown Sugar and Hibiscus Magic, but then I thought about adding Arabian Incense. I already expected that I was not going to like this fragrance, but this fragrance surprised me. Why is it that is the ones that we least expect that we end up loving? So this is Arabian Incense. This is what the packaging looks like. The same with the others. No difference at all. Just the name in front, Arabian Incense, that has changed. And it's also an Oud perfume, 80 ml, 2.7 fluid ounce. You open up the fragrance and the bottle sits beautifully inside there. The dent on this fragrance is not denting, but I've worn this fragrance twice already. I love the bottle. This one is actually similar to the Hibiscus Magic bottle, but the color of the juice on this one is a little like grayish. It explains only one thing: incense or oud. So let's know what this Arabian incense really smells like. So the main accords of Arabian incense are amber and smoky. The fragrance is described as an aromatic spicy fragrance for women and men. The top notes are incense and cypress. Middle notes are cedar wood, patchouli, and garlic wood. Base notes are amber and benzoin. This is how this one sprays. The first time I sprayed this fragrance, how do you even think, if you know me well, how do you even think that I would love this fragrance? Actually, I love incense, but my problem is oud. I don't like oud. But then when I saw Arabian incense, I just, automatically saw it as a skanky, oudy fragrance. I think they've mentioned that this fragrance is duping one of either Tom Ford oud fragrance. So I just kind of looked past this fragrance because I'm like, this is not going to be my vibe. But then I got it because of you guys. I got this fragrance because of you guys, and I ended up loving it. When you spray this fragrance at first, it opens with the most rich, decadent, sexy woodiness and incense, almost like smoky, clean woods. So to me, it comes off as very classy and sophisticated. This is not your typical skanky animalic wood fragrance, which is what I have a problem with. To me, I feel like this fragrance smells like a very clean, classy wood. But that's not even it. That's not even the tip of the iceberg. The beauty in this fragrance is that honey. The wood mixes with this very sweet, thick, decadent honey that just makes this fragrance very sensual. I get a little tobacco in this fragrance that reminds me of Tobacco Oud by K. Ali. But the difference between those two fragrances, if you watch that video, you know that I'm not a fan of Tobacco Oud because it came off as cow poo, like literally. It smells very skanky and animalic. But the difference is that one goes to the skanky animalic side, but this one goes to the clean, classy, smoky wood incense side. This fragrance to me smells like a sexy, masculine man. If you want that sexy, classy wood fragrance with incense, Arabian incense is perfect for you guys. One of the best woody incense Arabian fragrances I have smelled. I mean, I am not an oud lover. For somebody like me that is not an oud lover to say that this fragrance smells sexy, best believe this fragrance smells sexy, like surprisingly sexy. And I don't know why many people are not talking about this fragrance because it is a hidden gem. I tried searching for reviews on this fragrance. Nobody is talking about it. Like, it's like they have deserted this one because many people are talking about Hibiscus Magic because it's obviously duping Hibiscus Mahajad. And people are also talking about brown sugar because they expect it to be an actual brown sugar fragrance. But nobody's talking about Arabian incense. And this is like the best out of all of them. Okay, not necessarily the best. I love Hibiscus Magic more. But after Hibiscus Magic, this is following it closely. Like it's such a classy, sexy, woody fragrance that smells rich. It does not smell like the price. This fragrance, I think, goes for like 25k. and it does not smell like a 25k perfume. Like this perfume literally smells like a Tom Ford wood. You know, Tom Ford knows how to make wood perfectly. They make wood very classy and sexy, and that is literally what Arabian Incense is giving me. It's such a sophisticated, rich, classy oud scent. And this one is not your typical oud praline combo like the oud mood. You know, we are used to that scent profile, that DNA. This one comes with a twist. I really, really love this. So this fragrance has medium projection with minimum of 8 hours. It's quite long lasting. I feel like it doesn't really project as much. It will probably project heavily in the first 30 minutes or 1 hour. But after that, it becomes like a close scent bubble around you. Out of the three fragrances, this is a hidden gem and nobody's talking about it. People need to start talking more about this fragrance because it's absolutely stunning. So that's Arabian Incense, Artisan Perfumery from Fragrance World. You need to kind of be a lover of oud for you to love this, or if you're not a lover of oud, you can also still try this and pair it with maybe your sweet fragrance, your fruity fragrance to add this depth and classiness to it. Upon the fact that it's an woody fragrance, it will still pair beautifully with other fragrances. So give this a chance, check it out, sample it if you can. So that's my thoughts on the Artisan Perfumery line from Fragrance World. If I'm rating the three fragrances, Hibiscus Magic would be top number one on my list. Number two is going to be Arabian Incense, and then finally number three is Brown Sugar. Have you tried these fragrances? Let me know in the comment section what you think about them. Would you love to try these fragrances? Let me know in the comment section as well. Have you tried any Fragrance World fragrance? What about the new releases? What do you think about them? What do you think about Fragrance World in general? What is your favorite Fragrance World perfume at the moment? Let me know in the comment section. Unfortunately, we've come to the end of this episode. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to this channel if you haven't. Drop your scent of the day in the comment section. I would love to connect with you in the comment section. Thank you guys for tuning into Bella's Perfume Diaries. I'll be seeing you on my next episode. Bye.